Ohio averages 37 inches of rain a year. Assuming rainfall is normally distributed. With a standard deviation of 6 inches. Find the probability of that. Picking a year at random. The year had ... Part A, at most 36 inches of rain. Oh, there shouldn't be a question mark there. There should be a period. That's okay. So, 36 is one notch below the mean of 37, which is not good because we have to use a z-score to figure this one out. So on the number line, it'd be one dot over from 37. So to find this out, what we first have to do is convert 36 into a z-score. So the 36 is what letter? Which one of those letters is 36? 36. I think I'm hearing it. X. Minus, what number is the mean? 37. Over which one's the standard deviation? You could read it because everyone printed out the PowerPoint before class. Looking at the people that didn't print out the PowerPoint. 6. Notice our number in question is underneath our mean, which we should expect a negative z-score. What is, carefully, 36 minus 37, then divided by 6? If you're going to do it in one fell swoop, what do you need around the numerator? Parentheses. What do you get? Negative 1.67. Rounded to two places, though, would be negative 0.17. Yes, please go to two places, because that's where the chart's going to come in. So you want the whole part, and then you want two decimal places. This is not the answer. This helps us get the answer. To get the answer, we need the chart. We also need to play Final Fantasy 13-2. There it is. Your chart is double-sided. You will notice one side has positive z-values and the other side has negative z-values. Since our z-score is negative 1.07, I'm sorry, negative 0.17, we want the negative side. Negative 0.17. Now, comment. Notice this picture in the top left. This similar type of picture appears on the other side. And what this is telling you is that these are probabilities as decimals, assuming less than. So your chart will tell you less than or at most. So if you want anything that says above or between, you can't use the chart directly. You got to do some math. Your chart will say less than. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this. All right, let's go back to here. So we want the z that says negative 0.17. So what you are looking for is the negative 0.1 row which I barely made it. So this row here, and now you're going to look at the 700th column, which is this guy here. What number is in the negative 0.1 row, 700th column? 0.4325. Does everyone see that on their chart? Okay. I have to delete all this because I need the room. Boom. Shakalaka. So our final answer is 43.25%. The chart already gives us less than or at most. So picking a year at random, the probability that it has less than 36 inches of rain or at most 36 inches of rain is 43.25%. So what the process is find your z value, look at the chart. If the chart tells you less than, if you want less than, read it right from the chart. If you want greater than, what do you think you do? No, because the other side also says less than. So let me ask you this. If the probability of picking a year less than 36 is this, how do we figure out greater than? Subtract it from 1 if it's a decimal, or subtract it from 100 if it's a percent. All right, that's pretty much this section. Let's do 4 more parts, or 3 more parts. Part by. At least 25 inches of rain. Oh, there's another sunshine up there. Move that over here. Oh, I said move it over here. All right, so 25 is a x value. We need to make it a z value. What type of z are we going to get, positive or negative? Negative, because 25 is less than the mean of 37. What is 25 minus 37 and then divided by 6? Negative 2. Why did I write negative 6? I don't know. That's okay. What is negative 2 as a number with 2 decimal places? Negative 2.00. You're right. Good. So let's go back. So we're going to stay on the negative side. We are looking for the negative 2.0 row. That's this one. We're looking at the 0/100th column. Notice on this side, the 0/100th column is over here. What percentage do we get here? 2.28%. But this is the probability of picking a year with less than 25 inches of rain. We want more than 25 inches of rain. So what do we do with this 2.28? One more time. Subtract from 100. Good. Wish there was an easier way of doing this. Oh, God. I think I just duplicated it. Oh, geez, really? Why? I'm going to keep this all in the video. I'm not editing any of this out. There we go. Arrow, you get to go to. So this gave us 2.28%, but that wasn't our answer. We need to do 100 minus 2.28%. What is 100 minus 2.28%? 90.72%. Thank you. Now, this was a whole number deviation from the mean, 2 units below. So we could have used our 68, 95, 97, 99.7 rule. The thing is, that's an approximation. If we did use that, we wouldn't get 97.72. We'd be close to it. We'd be off by a couple percent. But the z-chart will give you the exact answer. So, moral of the story, on your test, if you want to do the z-chart for everything, fine. If you want to use the z-scores, if you want to use the 68 rule for the ones that are whole number away, that's fine. But again, that won't always work. The z will always work. All right, part C. The year had between 26 and 31 inches of rain. Before we do this one, let's actually draw a picture. If I draw a normal curve here, what number goes in the center? 37, very good. 26 and 31 just happen to both be below. This drawing is not to scale. What we're looking for is we're looking for the area of this region. So remember, the entire region adds up to 100%. We just want this region. How, using this chart, would we find this answer? And remember, your chart only tells you to the left. We'd have to do them separate, right? We couldn't combine them and add what together? Well, you don't want to combine the z-scores because that would be combining the x's. Because, so this is a 5-unit difference here. This 5-unit difference here is different than this 5-unit difference here because the height's different. So we can't combine the x's and the z's. No, because it's not linear. Because it's got a curve on it. So your chart only gives you to the left. So your chart will give you the probability of picking something less than 31. It'll also give you the probability of picking something less than 26. So how do you get this part here? There it is. So if we find the probability associated with the x value of 31, and then find the probability of the x value of 26, and subtract those two, that'll give you the probability of in between. Is that okay? So if you would, take a second, find the z-scores and their corresponding probability. Subtract the probabilities from each other, yes. Is everyone okay with the z-scores? They're both negative, so we're going to use the same side of the chart. What is the probability associated with -1? 15.87. Minus the probability associated with -1.83. Not that I don't believe you. 3.36. Equals what? 12.57? 5.1. So the probability that you pick a year that has between 26 and 31 inches of rain is 12.51%.